Hi guys, Mr. P here. I'm back at Albemarle High School on the Breezeway, stopping by weekly to talk to some of the people that are important for you to know. And right now, with so many juniors and seniors thinking about college and starting to make plans, I thought it was important for you guys to meet, if you haven't already, Ms. Ratliff, who is our PVCC coordinator. So we're going to talk to her for a minute and see what some of the things are that she's got in store for you guys. So I thought we could start by talking a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Albemarle High School and the purpose that you serve here.
Okay. So I'm Cay Lee Ratliff. I have been part of the counseling department here for about 3 years, and I am a PVCC transition specialist. What that means is I'm a liaison between Albemarle High School and PVCC. So I work with dual enrollment, I work with some other partnership programs, and primarily with seniors who are going to PVCC after high school, whether to attend full-time in the fall or to take summer courses before they go to other colleges. And that includes transfer programs and also going into like workforce prep certificate programs. I always have a rush of seniors in about May who are planning to go to PVCC. And so while it's true that you can apply to PVCC later, you don't have the same sort of winter deadlines that a lot of the four-year colleges do. The one thing that I find is that seniors at that point are asking about scholarships. And the biggest scholarship opportunity at PVCC has closed by then. So that opens in December and closes typically at the very beginning of March, end of February. There's one application for a whole foundation of 100 plus scholarships. It's not binding to apply. You know, if you submit a scholarship application, you're not locked into attending PVCC. You can accept or reject the scholarship if offered. So I just highly recommend that anybody doing that gets in touch with me. If you're on my radar and on my email list, then you'll know about that in time.
Are there advantages that you have found or that kids have reported to you about considering PVCC as a start to their college career?
Yeah, definitely. Around 20% of seniors from Albemarle end up going into PVCC. Some of them may go for 1 year and transfer on, or 2 years and transfer on. Some take longer. Some are working part-time on the side or going into a job skills prep program. There are a lot of different paths. Primarily, I see people doing that for financial reasons. So if you are seeking a 4-year bachelor's degree, a lot of colleges and universities in Virginia particularly will allow you to do your first 2 years at PVCC, essentially. That's what you're doing. 2 years there, transfer 2 years at the 4-year school, and you end up with the same degree. So a lot of people do that for financial reasons, also sometimes family reasons, where they need to stay at home and live at home for a while longer than planned. And so there are lots of different personal reasons that come up, but those are probably the two that I see mostly.
Can you tell us about some events or deadlines or things that you've been working on that are coming up soon that the kids should know about?
Sure. So for students who are interested in PVCC, or at least being on the email list and kind of staying in the know, I would suggest emailing me, and that's CL Ratliff and then the K at k12albemarle.org. Sometimes people just reach out to their counselor or their teacher and say, hey, can you connect me with the PVCC lady, which is also perfectly fine. But I do have some upcoming Friday workshops through Zoom that are sort of a getting started at PVCC info session, small group kind of question and answer, informal sort of chat. And then also have some FAFSA sessions coming up, which is the free application for federal student aid. And I cannot actually do the FAFSA with students in a group because it's a very personal thing and you do it with your family, but this is sort of an overview. So those are, kind of like what the FAFSA is, how to get started, why everybody should do it. And so that's kind of your first step in seeking financial aid to pay for college. You do not need to know exactly where you're going yet. and it doesn't lock you in similarly to the scholarship application. It doesn't lock you into doing anything specific. So those are upcoming Fridays at 2 and 2:30. And then later in College Week, we'll have some financial aid stuff coming up in November through the counseling department. So those are kind of the two big things on the radar right now. And then once the scholarship opens December 1st, we'll start having some workshops to work on the essays and work on those applications. And then typically in April, PVCC actually, in normal times, they would come physically to Albemarle and help seniors actually register for fall courses. So that when seniors leave Albemarle, they actually have their PVCC schedule in hand. They know when their classes are that fall, what time they are. They're signed up for orientation. So you kind of have all that set while you have a lot of supports in place here.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll all get to see you in person
Hope so.
one of these days.
I hope so. Thanks.
All right, that's it for us here on the Breezeway. And now back to your anchor.